I'd say, what was I trying to say? Hey friends, welcome back to Arts and Casts. As you can see, I have a board that I'm working on behind me. I'm just about to do some work with my rug gun, and I'm trying to get better at cleaning it more often, so I thought that that would be a good time to take you guys along on how I clean up my gun. This is just how I do it, okay? I honestly do not do often enough. You should probably be cleaning this like every time you swap over the yarn, or at least every time you're working on a different project. First, the tools that I use. You're going to need an oil for all the parts to make sure that it's running smoothly. I like this 3-in-1. I got it at my hardware store. I think Canadian Tire or Rona, depends where you are. Hardware store, that's what I got. I also like 2 different sizes of brushes to clean off and really get in there. And optional, but a rag or a towel. I have a cut pile gun, but this technique is the same no matter your gun. I don't know why I don't know why sentences are so hard right now. But doesn't matter what gun you have, I'm gonna show how I clean it. So I'm first going to start with my big brush, and I'm just going to clean all over it and turn the wheel so the scissors pop out. So then I just like to go in with my smaller brush and really get in like the cracks up here. That's looking pretty good to me. Snazzy. I would say that if you're in the middle of working with the rug and you're just changing a color, that would be enough cleaning in between. But maybe like after a project or whenever you want to do a deep clean, after the brush, you can take a cloth and just wipe, try and get the fibers off of there. Another deep cleaning technique, but it's good to keep these things clean because it ain't cheap and I want this thing to last. So I can now take a Q-tip and go really in there where that brush can't go, you know? And if you look, it's all black and gooky in there. Black and gooky. We don't want black and gooky, so we can just clean that right up. This is also good for prepping the oil. Again, I wouldn't say that the oil is mandatory between colors, but I would say that it's something you want to do quite frequently. Oh, look at that. Ew. Okay, see? Gunked up. So that's good for really getting in there. I haven't done this one in a while, so she dirty. Another tool that I forgot to mention is just like a long wire. So another thing that I like to do is make sure that this scissor part down here is clean in there. So step 1, with your wheel, you want to make sure this is open. You can see this is closed. This is closed, but if I go like this, there's that gap right in there. So then you're just going to take this wire and push any excess out there. Mine's pretty clean after doing the Q-tip, but it's just a good extra step, you know? Really want to take care of this baby. And now we can do the oil. The places that I like to get are where the things are rubbing together. Very technical words over here I'm using. The things and the places, okay? So the first is these 2 white things. As this wheel moves, these are constantly going back and forth. So we want to make sure those are running smoothly. 1 little drop is enough. When I'm putting on the oil, I don't want to put too much. I want to get enough on there, but I don't like it to be over oily, you know? There's a balance that I'm trying to find. So I just do 2, whoa, that's a lot. And then move this guy, and then another drop on this side. And then I just do the same on the back. Wah! Getting messy out here. And then just the exact same on the bottom. Also a good time for the cloth, get that excess. I'm gonna flip this over where that wheel is connected with that other one. I'm gonna try and get some oil in there just because I've been getting some black marks on it. I also think that's the yarn, but I don't know. Hopefully this will help. See, and as I put the oil in there, look at that. There's like brown gunk and a little bit of yarn, so that's helpful for bringing some stuff out, but it still looks pretty oily. And there we go. And as I was saying with how I don't like to over oil it, I don't do the oil every time. I just kind of keep an eye on it. You can kind of feel these obviously. And once these don't feel as oily, then I will do that process. But it doesn't have to be every time. I don't like things to be extra oily. So yes, with that being said, that's a quick tutorial on how I clean up my gun. And she is ready to use from that point on. And I gotta get working on this piece. I have an art fair in like 42 hours and I am so far behind, but we are pushing through and we've got this. I thrive under pressure. But thank you guys so much for watching. This was a nice quick little video, but I hope you guys learned something. Thank you for following along and stay tuned for what I'm working on because it is going to be really freaking dope. So I'm excited. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time. Wow.